What up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a long week. Let's start the show. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Dropping Give Me 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you are listening to my sexy, silky smooth voice on Apple Podcasts or any podcast platform, please make sure to give it a nice 5-star review and a couple words down in the comments, all right? I don't want to just see the stars. I want to see why you like the show, all right? That's the point. Come on, show me some goddamn love here. Guys, I am fucking exhausted. Oh, my God. I should be giving you a better show. I'm exhausted right now. You know, I've been going to sleep early so I can wake up early, and I swear to God, I must be missing something in between that because I'm still fucking exhausted. I don't know what is happening, you know, just waking up dead tired every fucking day. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm so fucking tired, but apparently not as tired as Tom Brady because he is retiring. What's happening, man? He just officially announced it that he is fucking retiring. Fucking crazy. The Great White Hope hanging up his jersey. Finally, it's happening. God damn it. Every white guy with just a little bit of athletic ability is weeping right now, crying. He's their father. I don't know if you knew that. They all say they have different dads, but Tom Brady is the father of every slightly athletic white guy. All right? You've heard it here first on the Phil Risden comedy fucking Dropping Give Me 20 YouTube channel. That's how you know it's real. Okay, people? Oh, my God. He's retiring, though, man. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And you know what? He's retiring, and I think this might be the year of the black quarterback. You know? We're coming in, baby. We got Patrick Mahomes. We got Russell Wilson. We got others. I don't know. I don't really watch football, but I feel like there's more, and I feel like that's something for us to rise up. It's goddamn Black History Month. And the fact that Tom Brady decided to quit on Black History Month is like, I don't know if that's an invitation or a fuck you. You know what I mean? Is it like, hey, I'm leaving, like, come get it. You know what I mean? Or just like, hey, I'm leaving, trying to take all the attention. You know, is he trying to steal some of the shine from Martin Luther King? Fuck you, dude. Hopefully it's some way of encouragement. I don't fucking know. But it's just incredible. I mean, congrats to the guy for doing as much as he's done in football. I mean, let's be real. Like, this dude, he saved the Patriots. I mean, Bill Belichick, obviously, is an amazing coach and, you know, all that shit. But, I mean, he's a fucking beast, dude. He really had, and he's just always been. It's been incredible, dude. He's been so good. It's wild. Yeah, man. So shout out to Tom Brady. Killing it. Who knows what he's going to do, man? I mean, like, because that's the thing, too. He's done so much, you know, and to do so much with so little personality is just astonishing to me. You know, he's never been in a Oreos commercial, you know. He's never been in a, you know, he's never tested out some Wrangler jeans while playing a little bit of pickup football. You would have think he'd at least be in Square Jaw Monthly. You know, this guy. Just, I don't know. I've never seen an athlete, a pro athlete, as famous, as big as him, as accomplished, who has literally no personality. I mean, I'm almost astonished that he's this popular and we still know nothing about him. We know he's married to a hot chick and sometimes he wears a red hat, and that is it. Okay? We're talking about possibly the most famous football player in all of history, and that's all we know about the guy. And a part of me likes it. A part of me admires it. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. You don't need the validation for the rest of this bullshit. Good for you. All right? You know, so much is going on this week too, man. Nick Cannon's having another baby. I don't know if you knew that. Nick Cannon's having baby number 8. Baby number 8. You know, which is funny because I was reading like an article about it, and he was like, yeah, you know, around baby number 8 is when I started thinking that things were getting out of hand. Oh, really? I would think, for me, things get out of hand around baby number 1. That's where I'm like, I think I may have made a wrong turn somewhere. You sure we can't make a U-turn and throw this thing in the dumpster? I've made some I have some problems right now. I have one baby. There's a problem. You know? That's the thing with him. He's one of these guys. He's all like spiritual. He wears like wooden bead necklaces and shit. Half the time you see him, he's wearing some sort of like weird kind of like 1950s Hollywood starlet shit on his head. It almost looks like a turban, but it's not. You know, it's like some weird fucking hat. You know, and it's just like I get it. He's on some like Hotep shit, but it's just like sometimes, man. That's the thing with guys like that when they live like alternative, like sexual lifestyles and shit like that. They try to paint it as if it's like I'm complex and shit. It's like no, you just like coming in pussies. You know, you're not complex in any way. Like when there's like some dudes and they're like in some giant like polyamory, like I have like 6 different girlfriends and shit, and they're like, I'm just here because I just understand energy. It's like no, you just like fucking different women. That's fine. You just like fucking tons of different women, and you're willing to put more time into it than a bunch of other guys are putting time into it. That's great, but don't lie to me. Okay? Don't sit here and lie in my fucking face because I'm not here for it. I don't want any part of it. Okay? You're not spiritual. You just like coming in pussies, and that's okay. That's all right, Nick Cannon. Be proud of yourself. Okay, buddy? Okay? You're a good guy. Jesus Christ, man. It's so fucking crazy. 8 kids. Can you imagine the amount of Jordans this man has to buy? Jesus. I mean, that Wildin' Out money is good. That Masked Singer money is good, but how many more hosting gigs is this nigga gonna need to pay that child support? Because none of these women are in wedlock. There is nothing holding any of these women. He has to pay child support on all of these children. Bro, this shit is wild. This shit is wild. He needs to start outsourcing that shit. You know? That'd be, holy shit. That's a great idea. Maybe deadbeat dads, you know, if they don't want to be a father and they don't want to pay child support, they start outsourcing their fatherly duties to India. That'd be hilarious. Where every time you call trying to find your fucking baby daddy, you're like, where's Tyrone? And they're like, Tyrone, not here. But you can talk to me. My name is Adam. You're like, what the fuck? This nigga pulled an AT&T. He pulled a T-Mobile. He just outsourced his fatherly duties to India. That's fucked up. But it's smart though. See, you niggas learn some shit on this podcast. I swear to God. You swear you don't, but you dead ass do though. You dead ass do. That's why I'm here. I'm here to like educate you and shit, man. And people need to be educated, man. There's a lot of shit going on, man. Fucking, I was talking about this in my previous video that I put out yesterday. Whoopi Goldberg's in trouble now and shit. She's going through trouble. Celebrities are feeling it right now. White guys are losing Tom Brady. Nick Cannon had another baby. Whoopi Goldberg is getting, fucking taken off The View because she said some shit about Jews. It wasn't even bad, though. She was just basically saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race and shit like that, which I kind of agree with. I think it's just, I know what she's trying to say. I think she's got things misconstrued. You know what I mean? Where it's like, the Jews are a race of people, but in America, when you're talking about race, you're talking about shit you can see. You know what I mean? You're talking about skin color, like being black. Like she is a older black woman. She knows that there was a time when it was whites only, no blacks. It never said fucking Jews. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, if you go down south or something, I mean, like, there, if you're in Klan country, you know what I mean, and you're wearing a yarmulke, you're going to get some fucking problems. There are going to be some serious things. But the fact of the matter is, your skin color is such a bigger issue of what race is. You know what I mean? I mean, technically, I'm sure there's even, like, black Jews and shit who might even get treated shitty by white Jews. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're the majority of that, and people in the world, throughout the world, see white as synonymous with good and black as synonymous with lower or bad. So I don't think she's completely wrong for what she's saying. But going on Stephen Colbert and doubling down about it probably isn't the best idea. I do think the more pertinent issue, though, isn't really about what she's saying about the Holocaust. I think the more pertinent issue is the fact that the book Mouse has been taken out of schools in Tennessee. I think that's a way bigger issue. It's like, I think they're almost blowing up the Whoopi Goldberg issue to make the Mouse issue not as big. You feel me? Like, I think that's actually a big thing that they're trying to do, because that's fucking crazy. First, people don't want to learn about critical race theory and segregation and like real oppression. Now they want to get rid of any book that shows even white people hurting other white people. Nah, bro. Nah. You did what you did. or not even you, it's your fucking parents and your grandparents. They did what they did, and now you got to sit and you got to hear about it so you don't slip up and do what they did. That's the whole point of all this shit, my nigga. We're trying to teach you so you don't, act like everything's in the past and then do the same bullshit. All right? They say generational trauma, it's passed down like genetically, so it's like black people and all different types of races that have been oppressed feel that oppression genetically. Like they're scared of certain things or feel certain ways about certain shit and blah, 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 blah. Right? All right. So then, with that logic, if that means that, then by that logic, there's white people who almost have generational trauma or are genetically predisposed to treating people shitty, you know, to discriminating with others, to being sociopathic, to being psychopathic, to making excuses for themselves in any sort of way, to oppressing others on a whim. There are white people, plenty of white people, I'd say pretty much all of them are probably predisposed to doing things like that because of the people in their past. You know what I mean? Because of their ancestors and this, that, and the third. So I think that's a bigger issue. I think they're trying to cover this light-ass Whoopi Goldberg issue with the fact that they're trying to cover up any sort of oppression from from libraries and shit down south. That's crazy. I think that needs to be paid attention to a lot more. Because it's just crazy. The world is going nuts, my nigga. The world is going crazy. I had another video too. You should look it up. It's called "Should Guns Be Legal in NYC?" Which I wanted to talk about as well because some of you guys know about the laws passing in New York City right now. It hasn't really passed yet, but it's something that is really on the table where they're trying to allow people in New York City to be able to be legalized gun owners. And they're saying that even people who have illegal guns, they'll have those guns confiscated and will be given a ticket, which on one hand, I can understand, like, oh, yeah, cool. Everybody gets their own protection. And under this, this new Eric Adams and shit, he'll definitely pass that shit. You know what I mean? But that also scares the shit out of me because it's just like New York is such a city of people on top of people and people that are crazy. That's another thing, too. New York just lets crazy people run rampant. And I'm telling you, a lot of these niggas will be buying guns. There are no verifications for guns in this country. You know what I mean? You could be all sorts of fucked up in the head and go buy one with ease, especially if you're white. So, have these homeless dudes that's nuts can just go buy a gun, do whatever. And yeah, sure, you might have your own gun too, but my nigga, it's just one of those things where it's going to spark a problem. I can't, just the thought of a subway car full of passengers that all have guns brings the pit of my stomach sink. That's what it makes it do. It scares the shit out of me because that's what it would be. Because New York is such a savage place that it makes people act a certain way. It makes people think a certain way. It makes people be a certain way. So everyone's going to have one. And it's like, you just saw that video of that dude letting off 11 shots on his, in his car because he cut somebody off. And they threw a water bottle at his car. This nigga pulls out a gun, shoots 11 shots. You know what I mean? And they always say, if guns are illegal, then people who still want to get guns can get guns. Sure. But I say leave it to those people. Leave the guns for the criminals. Because the guy that shot that person or that pulled out the gun and shot 11 shots, that nigga wouldn't have bought a gun if guns were illegal. He does not seem like the type of dude who runs around having guns and shoots people over fucking dumb grudges. He's a normal guy who has a gun because of his road rage. You know what I mean? And wants to feel strong because of his road rage and went and bought one. And then the perfect road rage opportunity happened. This nigga got all weird and scared and pulled one out. And that's the thing that New York has to be worried about, man, is not the average 50 Cent type of criminal running around and fucking shooting other criminals. What we're going to have to worry about is the small guy, the frail guy, the Peter Parker before he gets superpowers kind of guy, being fearful of everything in New York City, and he buys a gun and somebody taps him on the shoulder to ask for directions and he shoots him. That's the nigga you got to be afraid of, And I also just don't trust it, man. There's something behind this shit, bro. There's something behind this shit where it's I don't know. I think the U.S., we're trying to get people ramped up to buy guns and shit because I think we know that eventually all the conflicts we have overseas are eventually going to come home here. All our chickens are eventually going to come home to roost. And I think that's a major, major issue that I think the U.S. wants to deal with. So they start gun rhetoric so that everybody's armed so that if we have an invasion, there's not going to be a problem. Because I think that's a major thing. Like, I really think that the U.S.'s main source of protection, I think, and why we've never been in, or why we haven't been invaded in years. I mean, when's the last time we've been invaded was what? The Revolutionary War, or, maybe like the Spanish-American War or some shit like that. But the reason we've never been invaded is because we're all armed, bro. We are all armed. Sure, New York City isn't, but bro, nigga, they come into Florida, they come into Texas, they come into most places. Shit, you come into New Jersey, in the suburbs, half of those people have guns. Bro, that's just how it is. So it's like that Red Dawn shit wouldn't really happen. Like, niggas would start paratrooping and they would just get picked off in the sky. Like, that's just a fact. So I think that's one of those things. It's like the U.S. is trying to get us set up for that, especially the fact that they're just starting to deploy into the Ukraine, which I said, nigga, remember, I said that shit in the last video. I was like, that shit is inevitable. We're going to be going to Ukraine. We're right up in there now. We just deployed some troops, and it's going to ramp up to a full-blown war very, very soon. And I'm telling you, they're going to do it, and they're going to sneak it by, and not enough people are going to talk about it because it's white people getting shot and dying and shit, poor white people, rather than like poor Muslim kids or poor black kids, which obviously I care a hell of a lot more about poor Muslim kids or poor black kids. But the fact is war, and they're using it to kind of like hide all that shit. They're like, if this just is white people, then nobody will care. And nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that, man. But I really think that's really what it is, man. They're trying to militarize the general population. They're trying to get a gun in everybody's hand so that just in case certain things happen, just in case Russia wants to come over here and start a little fight, just in case China wants to come over here and start a little fight, there's going to be an issue. The average person that you roll up in their home, you're not just shooting them. Nigga, they all got shit. The kids been doing target practice since they were fucking, 10 years old. And that's what it is. And that's not necessarily the worst strategy. I just feel like if they're going to have that strategy, they should be telling us that strategy. And we should have a choice on whether or not we follow that strategy instead of trying to indoctrinate every one of us to have it, Shit is fucked up, man. I don't know. Who knows, man? Maybe maybe this Eric Popper guy will be the next military general. That dude's going to be on our money soon. Who the fuck we think he's crazy now, but this nigga's popping shots out of the car. That's a Revolutionary War hero. Okay? 10 years from now, he's going to be our next goddamn president because he had the balls to step up when somebody throws a water bottle at him. That's a good goddamn American as far as we're concerned. I don't know what's happening to this country. We turned on Whoopi Goldberg. Do we not remember Sister Act, people? Did that not change your life? Did Oh Happy Day not put a smile on your face and this is the way you thank her? You should be goddamn ashamed. You should be ashamed, man. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Life is I don't know. Life is very crazy right now, guys. I'll be real with you. There's so many things happening. We're going from the war in the Middle East to this new war in the Ukraine, from the desert to the snow. Terrible for your skin. It's just fucking terrible for your skin, but also terrible for your psyche. I feel bad for a lot of the military people right now who probably thought, since they were slowly being pulled out of the Middle East, that they would have time to have more time with their families. But now they're going over to the Ukraine. That shit is fucked up. And supposedly, too, I read in the news that because of the vaccine mandates, now they're saying that any soldiers that don't have at least one shot of the vaccine will be discharged, which I believe is probably a dishonorable discharge, which means they don't get any benefits or anything like that. But yeah, they're saying they'll be discharged as well. So, people are losing benefits and everything, all after they've sacrificed so much for this country. So I just want people to remember that, man. Care about your fellow man, all right? Care about other people, man. Show people love. Show people respect. You know what I mean? Because if not, they could have a gun like that Eric Popper guy and shoot you. You see Whoopi Goldberg walking around, put a smile on. Say hi. Say you like your movies. Say you love The Color Purple. Okay? try to help her out. Try to understand the benefit of the doubt, man, because shit is going down, man. Tom Brady's leaving. You know, Tom Brady's jumping ship. So something must be happening. Something's bad in the water. I don't know. I can feel it. I can fucking feel it, guys. So just make sure you show each other love, show each other appreciation, and give each other the benefit of the doubt every once in a while. All right? That's been Dropping Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are listening to my soft, silky, chocolatey, buttery voice on Apple Podcasts or any podcast platforms, please remember to leave 5 stars and a nice little review. And make sure to put something in the comments, dude. Put something in the comments. I want to have a little bit of talk with you guys. I fuck with you guys. I'll see you later.